This is coverage you can count on. WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm Caitlin Smith, joined by Chief Meteorologist Christine Ferreira on this first day of spring, but not feeling like it other than maybe spring showers.
Spring showers today, you got it, and they're coming in the afternoon and evening. So the morning is dry. Let's take a look outside on our Storm Team Live radar network. Right now, we're still seeing clear skies in most spots. The clouds will thicken though this morning, and then we'll get those scattered showers in some areas of rain this afternoon and this evening. Temperature check, milder than yesterday. It's a little breezy outside, so that's keeping our temperatures up. We have 42 in Lebanon, 45 for Carlisle, 42 in York. Wind speeds today, they're going to increase to 10 to 20 miles per hour, and then those wind speeds really pick up tomorrow. Friday will be windy. Here's our 12-hour forecast. We have 64 degrees for you today. Notice the increasing clouds in the morning. Second half of the day, mostly cloudy with light rain, scattered showers developing in the afternoon, moving in west to east. We'll give you the better timing on those coming up in my full forecast.
Thanks, Christine. We are following some breaking news from overnight in York County. The coroner was called to a crash on Route 30. That crash is in Paradise Township near Lake Road. That's also near Paradise Elementary School. Dispatchers say the crash happened just before 1 this morning. Route 30, we're told, is still closed. We are still working to learn if it was more than one vehicle involved and if anyone was hurt, other than the person, obviously, who the coroner responded to. Where the resentencing trial for a man convicted of killing a police officer 30 years ago in Cumberland County is expected to begin today. The 4 alternates picked yesterday will join the 12 jurors to hear the case of Saifullah Abdul Salam. He was convicted in 1995 of first-degree murder in the deadly shooting of New Cumberland police officer Willis Cole. Officer Cole was shot during an armed robbery at a business on 4th Street. Abdul Salam was sentenced to death, but that sentence was overturned in 2018. The jury will now decide whether he should be resentenced to death or get life in prison. And new this morning in Lancaster County, police arrested a man after they say they found an AK-47 and drugs at his home. Lancaster Township police say they served an arrest warrant to Cody Bingham for violating his probation. They say when they searched his home on Passy Lane, they found 2 guns and marijuana. He was arrested, and then police got another search warrant to go back to his home, and this time they say they found that AK-47, 2 pistols, more marijuana, and cocaine. Here's a picture of everything they say they found. Bingham is facing multiple gun and drug charges. A Lancaster woman is charged after police say she didn't follow a court order to turn over her daughter to Lancaster County Children and Youth Services. 19-year-old Kaisera Weaver is facing charges of interference of child custody and concealment of the whereabouts of a child. Lancaster police asked for help on Tuesday to find that 2-month-old girl and her mother. Police say later the baby was found safe, and according to charging documents, the baby was in Hanover in York County. Now Weaver is charged with endangering the welfare of children after police say she was holding that baby while also physically assaulting a man. It's 4:34, and in Adams County, a therapist already charged with indecent assault last month is now charged with having sexual contact with a student. According to charging documents, 55-year-old David Mitchell of Gettysburg indecently touched that girl while he was an independent contractor working with the Gettysburg Montessori Charter School in September of last year. Last month, he was also charged with indecent assault of 3 children, and investigators say one of those assaults happened during a therapy session.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
The Harrisburg police officer seen here during that arrest from last weekend is now facing a federal lawsuit not connected to this case. Officer Mark Howell has been named a defendant accused of using excessive force against a man in 2023. Travis Watkins says while Howell and 3 other police officers were breaking up a fight, Watkins got sprayed in the face with mace, restrained by his dreadlocks, and then eventually arrested. The lawyer in charge of that suit says that Watkins was treated unconstitutionally. Fire investigators in Lebanon County are trying to figure out what started this fire that destroyed a mobile home. It happened around 7 yesterday morning on Old State Road in Swatara Township. The chief there said the homeowner left for work around 6 yesterday morning, and then an hour later, the crews got that fire call. The chief thinks that fire may have started around the furnace area. That home is a total loss. It's 4:35 now, and President Donald Trump could keep a controversial campaign promise today. Officials say he will formally order Education Secretary Linda McMahon, to start dismantling her department. Amy Kiley reports that public school advocates say they are worried about the impact this could have on students.
I'd like it to be closed immediately.
Officials say President Donald Trump plans to sign an executive order today to begin tearing apart the Department of Education. Whether to shutter it completely is up to Congress. An administration official says the order will start the process of shifting education authority to the states.
Since the Department of Education was established in 1980, we've spent over $1 trillion to see our scores continue to go down.
Trump says the DOE is a sign of federal overreach, but it's unclear how many states want to take on its responsibilities.
The State Department of Education has had funding cut after funding cut after funding cut.
Oftentimes what's concocted in Washington, D.C. when it goes out to Montana doesn't exactly fit.
A senior administration official says funding for students with disabilities and low-income schools won't change. Those programs account for much, but not all, of the support K-12 schools get from the federal government.
Educational opportunity is not government waste. It's something that is very central to what makes America great.
The National Education Association president says dismantling the DOE aims a wrecking ball at the futures of 50 million students. Legal challenges are already in the works. The executive order follows the department's earlier announcement that it's cutting about half its staff.
It only hurts the most vulnerable, our children.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco will have a full report on President Trump's executive order in the next half hour. Several Tesla vehicles were set on fire and shot in Las Vegas this week. It happened at a Tesla collision center on Tuesday. Police say a person dressed in all black used what appeared to be a Molotov cocktail. The attacker fired 3 rounds into different Tesla vehicles, and the word resist in all capital letters was spray painted in red on the doors to that center. Investigators are calling this a targeted attack, leading Metro Police there to increase their presence around Tesla locations. Metro Police and the FBI are all investigating what happened. Police have not identified a suspect, and so far, no arrests have been made. And President Trump responded to those attacks, calling the vandals terrorists. In a Fox News interview on Tuesday, the president hinted that the vandals are part of a coordinated and funded campaign. The president claimed people who he calls, quote, very highly political on the left are behind these cases of vandalism, but he did not detail specifically who or offer any evidence. In the meantime, the Trump administration is working to expand the definition of domestic terrorism in order to crack down on those people who are doing the attacks on Tesla. It's 4:38, and Princeton University and the University of California system are the latest top schools to announce hiring freezes. They're facing potential cuts to federal research funding and reimbursements. And while a federal judge has paused the move for now, the universities say they are still getting ready for it. Princeton says the hiring freeze will help it avoid unnecessary costs, slow the growth of expenses, and build savings. Other top universities to announce hiring freezes include Harvard, Duke, and Stanford. And the Trump administration says it has paused $175 million in federal funding to the University of Pennsylvania over its policies of transgender women in sports. The administration says the Ivy League school violated an executive order that keeps transgender women from competing in women's sports when it allowed a transgender athlete on the women's swim team. In a statement, the university said it was aware of the report but had not gotten any official notification or details of the move. UPenn, which is President Trump's alma mater, said that it has always followed NCAA and Ivy League policies on student participation on athletic teams and is in full compliance with regulations. Well, President Trump is coming to Pennsylvania for the first time since being sworn in for his second term. Sources confirm the president will be in Philadelphia this weekend to go to the NCAA Division I Men's Wrestling Championship. Republican Pennsylvania U.S. Senator Dave McCormick, who did wrestle at West Point, will be joining the president.